Hey, what's up, guys? It's Sports Splits here, and we're back with another Mock the Mock. Guys, we're up to 875 subscribers now. We've gained 75 over the last 3 days. Guys, that's absolutely insane. We're really trying to grind to 1,000 subscribers, so if you could help me out, hit that subscribe button. That'd be appreciated. But let's go ahead and get on into it. Today we're reacting to CBS Sports mock draft. It looks like it was only posted a little over an hour ago by Ryan Wilson, so let's go ahead and get into it. So, starting off with number 1, they've got Aiden Hutchinson. I mean, he's, kind of the set-in-stone number 1 pick. I think he makes the most sense. You can look at a guy like Kayvon Thibodeau here as well as Evan Neal, but I think Aiden Hutchinson makes the most sense. The Jaguars just really need that dominant pass rusher. Number 2, the Lions go with Kayvon Thibodeau. I mean, this also makes sense. The Lions need some pass rush help. There's honestly an argument that Thibodeau is better than Aiden Hutchinson. I know a lot of people really debate on that, so really those two can be intertwined. But yeah, I think good pick for the Lions. Then number 3, the Texans go Akeem Ekwonu. I love Akeem Ekwonu. He's an absolute beast, but I don't like the fit. So you look at the Texans. Laramie Tunsil is a left tackle, and a pretty dang good one at that. Akeem Ekwonu can play left tackle or be an absolute beast at left guard as well. I'm not sure I really love him on the right side of the line. I'm not sure if his footwork will really translate well over on that right side of the line. I think it would make a lot more sense for them to get Evan Neal here, so we'll criticize that one a little bit, but Akeem Ekwonu is still a really good player, so hey, it's worth a shot, but I think Evan Neal is the safer pick right here. Number 4, the Jets go with Evan Neal. I mean, I think it does make sense for the Jets. I mean, they've had Morgan Moses at right tackle all season. I feel like he's done pretty solid. I think for me, I think it makes more sense, honestly, to put Kyle Hamilton right here. He's honestly one of the best safety prospects I've seen in a long time. It's really been a while since we've seen a safety come out that looks that good. So I think the Jets really should go ahead and get him, especially considering they're probably going to lose Marcus May in free agency. And really the Jets' defense has a lot to be desired. There was a time frame during the season that they were, I want to say, across a span of like 4 games, they were averaging like 35 points allowed per game, and that's just not good enough. So they've got to get defensive help. So yeah, I love Evan Neal. I think it's a good pick, but I think there's other guys there that they could take. Number 5, the Giants take Kyle Hamilton. I'm not sure what to think of this pick, to be honest. Where Akeem Ekwonu and Evan Neal are both already off the board, I don't hate this pick. I don't think the Giants really need a ton of safety help. I think their secondary is... honestly, I think their secondary is one of the better spots on that team. I mean, when you have Logan Ryan healthy, James Bradbury, they've got some good pieces back there. I think it'd still be better to go offensive line, whether that means Tyler Linderbaum, Charles Cross. I think Charles Cross can play right tackle. I really do. I know Andrew Thomas has been a really good left tackle, but I think Charles Cross can play right tackle. I really do. So I'd probably wait on Kyle Hamilton, but it's not necessarily a bad pick. Then here for the Panthers, they go ahead and take Charles Cross. I'm not a huge fan of this pick, if I'm being honest. For me, watching the Panthers, I think Brady Christensen has played pretty solid. He didn't really get much playing time until the very end of the season, but the playing time he did get, he looked really good. I think you got to give Brady another year. Taylor Moton is really solid too, so I don't think they need a tackle quite as bad as people think, unless they can get a stud like Evan Neal or Ikem Ekwonu. For the Panthers, I think an interior offensive lineman would make more sense. A guy like Tyler Linderbaum, or even trading down a little bit for Kenyon Green. I think that makes more sense. I do like Charles Cross. I don't think I would take him there when Brady Christensen has looked pretty solid. So, sorry guys, I just realized the pick wasn't actually showing in the recording. They had the Panthers taking Charles Cross. I apologize. I'm not a huge fan of that pick right now. Then at number 7, they have the Giants taking Tyler Linderbaum. I think this is a much better pick for the for the Giants. Excuse me. So I'm still trying to get over my sickness. So sorry for all the coughing and pausing and stuff. I apologize. I think this is a great pick. I think the Giants could very much benefit off of getting Tyler Linderbaum. He's easily the best interior offensive lineman in this draft. I don't know that I've ever seen a center come out and be this good. You get him, I think he can instantly be a top 10, possibly even top 5 center in the league. So that's really going to help Saquon Barkley's production there. Alright, so now for the Falcons at number 8, they're taking Derek Stingley. That is an interesting pick. AJ Terrell had an absolutely insane year. He's been an absolute beast. I think the Falcons could really use a lot of pass rush help. I think a guy like George Karlaftis would be really good right here. But I don't hate this pick. Derek Stingley, I've been saying, yeah, guys, we know he's had injury concerns. You don't need to tell me that in the comments. Jets fans were ripping me a new one for, having Stingley go to the Jets. Guys, I know he's had injury concerns. But if he can be healthy, he will be an absolute home run of a pick. He's been shutting down SEC receivers for a while. It's not anything new. I really don't think this is a miss. Where the Falcons secondary, aside from AJ Terrell, really needs some help anyways, go ahead and get some help. Derek Stingley's a stud. Good pick. Then for the Broncos, they're taking Matt Corral. I'm not sure what I think about that. I feel like the Broncos could really take any quarterback here. I've mocked Malik Willis there, Sam Howell. I think I've mocked Matt Corral there, if I remember right. Kenny Pickett. I think it really just depends on what type of quarterback the new head coach wants. I think this is a solid pick. And then at number 10, the Jets take Nakobe Dean. I'm not a big fan of that. I feel like the Jets, if they need a linebacker, I feel like they should either go for Devin Lloyd, who is my linebacker 1 in this class. He's an absolute beast. I've mentioned it multiple times on the channel. He's an absolute beast. Or they should go in free agency to get one. I feel like Nakobe Dean is really more of a guy that should be taken in the 20s, late first round. Yeah, I just feel like there's other stuff the Jets could do to fix their defense right here, and I think it's early for Nakobe Dean. I really do. For number 11, the Washington football team takes Kenny Pickett. I think that's a great pick. I think he fits what Ron Rivera likes. He's mobile. He's got a good arm. He very well might have the strongest arm in this draft class. So I think that's a good pick for Washington. I think Ron Rivera would do a great job with him. I really do. Then for number 12, the Vikings. Sorry, I almost said Falcons. The Vikings are taking Andrew Booth from Clemson. I've been mentioning before that he's not far off of Derek Stingley. This is another absolute stud of a corner. Yeah, I think Minnesota desperately needs a corner with all the Jeff Gladney issues. Obviously, with Patrick Peterson getting older, with them having to release Bashad Breeland, they just need a new corner, and I think Andrew Booth is going to be a really good pick there. And he's not really the type of kid to be getting in trouble. Like watching the interviews I've seen of him, he seems like a good kid. So I think that's going to be a good fit for the Vikings. Then at number 13, the Browns taking Malik Willis. Now, I don't necessarily hate the fit, but the Browns have come out multiple times this offseason and said they're sticking with Baker this season. So I think the Browns absolutely have to go wide receiver right here. And for me, I think Garrett Wilson's the best guy to do so. So, I mean, while this wouldn't be a bad fit, it's just not going to happen. They're sticking with Baker. So, pick 14, the Ravens are getting Kaiir Elam. That's interesting. That is interesting. I am a big fan of Kaiir Elam. I think Ahmad Gardner would be better, if I'm being honest, but Kaiir Elam is very, very good. The Ravens had injuries at the cornerback spot this season, obviously with Marcus Peters missing the entire season, and then Marlon Humphrey getting injured at the tail end of the season as well. Guys, I feel like they'll re-sign Marcus Peters. I really do. I don't think corner is going to be a big need for them. And apologies to Ravens fans. In my last mock, I actually had them taking a defensive tackle. I didn't realize that their rush defense was really as good as it was, so that's on me. I apologize. If there is a good offensive lineman available right here, I think that'd be a good thing to take. With Charles Cross off the board, I'm not sure there's a great option right there. I think the Ravens could very well trade down and get a guy like Trevor Penning or else Nicholas Petit-Frere. Yeah, I don't hate this pick though to the Ravens. At number 15, the Eagles get George Karlaftis. I like Karlaftis. I think this is excuse me. I think this is an absolute steal. I fully agree this is a good pick. But I think they should get Devin Lloyd. I've been manifesting really the last couple months that Devin Lloyd would be a perfect fit for the Eagles. So the Eagles have got to find a way to get him. Now, I know they have back-to-back picks. I'm not sure who their next pick will be. Let's go ahead and check it out. They're getting Garrett Wilson. I don't hate that pick either. They've got to get Devin Lloyd. Okay? Like, Devin Lloyd just screams a Philadelphia Eagle to me. Like, he's just the perfect fit for the Eagle. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'm a huge fan of these picks. I don't hate Garrett Wilson to the Eagles. I think, yeah, really, the more weapons Jalen Hurts has, the better. But you've got to get Devin Lloyd in there. Whether that means taking out Garrett Wilson or George Karlaftis, you've got to get him in there. So, I don't hate the picks, but, when there's an absolute perfect fit, an absolute monster for your defense right there, you got to take him. But number 17, the Chargers get David Ojabo. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. I feel like they definitely saw a fall in their edge production this year with not having Melvin Ingram. So you put David Ojabo opposite of Joey Bosa, and that pass rush gets a lot better. I like that pick a lot. Then, at number 18, the Saints get Jameson Williams. I have actually mocked Jameson Williams to the Saints a couple times, where he's a speedy, deep threat, and Jameis Winston likes throwing down the field. I think that's a good fit. I think they could be a really dangerous duo. I really do. Number 19, the Eagles still do not get... Excuse me. Sorry. The Eagles still do not get Devin Lloyd. They got Roger McCreary. My opinion here, guys, if you don't like Devin Lloyd and you want to go corner, at least go and get Ahmad Gardner. Roger McCreary is good, okay? I don't want to discredit him at all. But at this point, Ahmad Gardner is still on the board. Go ahead and get him. He is better than Roger McCreary. Just wait until the season. I promise Ahmad Gardner is better. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of that pick for the Eagles, but yeah, we'll go ahead and move on. Number 20, the Steelers are getting Trent McDuffie. That makes zero sense to me. The Steelers have been very, very loud about needing a new quarterback with Ben Roethlisberger retiring, as well as their offensive line is absolute dog shit. Pardon my language. They really need some help on that offensive line and quarterback. So if they don't go quarterback right here, guys, Kenyon Green is still on the board. Go ahead and take him. I don't understand this pick at all. Then the Patriots get Ahmad Gardner. I think that makes a little bit of sense. Yeah, the Patriots could use a cornerback. I'm trying to remember. I think J.C. Jackson will be a free agent this year. I don't know if New England will re-sign him. If they do, Gardner would still be a solid pick to be there instead of Jalen Mills. But if they don't re-sign him, getting Ahmad Gardner would be an absolute insane pick. Because, yeah, they'd really need some cornerback help at that point. So, yeah, I like the pick. 22, the Dolphins go Chris Olave. I don't hate the pick. Get 2 more weapons. I think they should also try to get him some protection. So if they could get a guy like Trevor Penning or Kenyon Green or someone else there, the option's definitely there. But I don't dislike this pick at all. Then for the Raiders getting Cam Thomas from San Diego State, I don't like that pick. If they choose to go defensive tackle, they 100% need to go Jordan Davis right here. He is in my opinion, far and beyond the best D tackle in this class. Um, and really, even if it's not him, DeMarvin Leal is better than Cam Thomas as well. I'm just I don't like the pick at all. Number 24, the Cardinals are getting Traylon Burks. Guys, I'm not a fan of this mock draft. If I'm being completely honest, I'm not a fan of this mock draft. I mean, Kyler Murray already has DeAndre Hopkins. I think Christian Kirk has been solid. I think they'll find a way to re-sign him. I think they'll want to re-sign him. They drafted Rondale Moore last year. I think this would be a better spot to get Roger McCreary, because if earlier on, I think it was the Eagles that got him. Yeah. If the Eagles would have taken Ahmad Gardner there, or well, no, because then the Patriots would have. I don't know, or even if the Steelers would have gotten a lineman instead of Trent McDuffie, that would have been a great fit right here too. I'm just not a fan of this mock draft at all, guys. Not a big fan of this pick. I think there's a few different places the Cardinals could go instead of a receiver. Then for the Bengals, they get Kenyon Green. Okay, I do love this pick. I've been saying the Bengals should now try to get a little bit of protection for Joe Burrow. Obviously, the Jamar Chase pick worked out really, really well. But it is time now to protect him. So Kenyon Green is a perfect option for that. So I do like that pick. Then for the Bills, they get Darion Kendrick. I think that's definitely reaching. I think Darion Kendrick is a early to mid second rounder. I'm not a huge fan of this, to be honest. I think honestly they could potentially go wide receiver. They could go offensive line. They could go defensive line. Hell, they could trade back if they wanted. I don't like reaching on Darion Kendrick. I really don't. Number 27, the Lions get Drake London. I like that pick. I think they definitely need to get more weapons for Goff because, I mean, Dan Campbell likes Goff. I think they're a good combination. I mean, it was kind of a situation that Goff realized that he wasn't wanted in LA and, realized that Dan Campbell, treated his players right and actually, loved his players. I think they'll keep Jared Goff for another, couple years actually, and go ahead and get him a good weapon here in Drake London. I think that's an awesome pick. 28. Ooh, the Cowboys get Devin Lloyd. That is interesting. Devin Lloyd, Micah Parsons, and the potential excuse me. The potential of having Leighton Vander Esch as well. I'm trying to remember, did they accept or decline his fifth-year option? Either way, Devin Lloyd and Micah Parsons, ooh, that's nasty. Devin Lloyd can cover. He can rush the passer. He can play the run well. Guys, he's all that. I've actually compared him to Micah Parsons on this channel. So, the Cowboys getting another guy like that's awesome. So, I like that pick. Then, the Chiefs getting Jackson Kirkland. I like Kirkland a little bit. I think he's more of a guard instead of a tackle, to be honest. If you read the description there, it says that he may have to kick inside in Kansas City, where several players are headed to free agency. Yeah, he is definitely more of a guard than a tackle. He's not. I don't think he's going to be good enough as a tackle in the NFL. I feel like the Chiefs could definitely go with a wide receiver or defensive tackle or even a safety like Jordan Battle or Daxton Hill right here. There's options, but I don't dislike that pick. Then the Buccaneers get Daxton Hill, and that's a big steal. Where the Buccaneers really need some secondary help, pairing him up with Antoine Winfield Jr. That's that's awesome. That is a much better safety tandem. And then really, I think they will go after a corner in free agency as well to pair up with Carlton Davis. So that secondary could be getting a lot nastier soon. And then here for the Titans, they're getting Darian Kennard. I agree with the position. I think they should try to get a tackle if they can. But I think a guy like either Trevor Penning or Nicholas Petit-Frere would be better for the Titans here. I think they're both just better tackles altogether. Now, I know Darian Kennard is a little bit bigger of a tackle. I mean, he's 345, 350 pounds right there. So, I mean, if they're going for strictly a, heavy run blocking scheme for Derrick Henry, maybe that's a good fit. I'm not a fan of his pass blocking. I'm really not. I think you want to tackle obviously can run block well for Derrick Henry, but you've also got to protect Ryan Tannehill. I don't think Kennard's a very great tackle that can protect Tannehill. But then the Packers go ahead and get Logan Hall. Did we really just see a mock draft that Jordan Davis didn't even go in the first round? There were 3 defensive tackles taken. None of them were Jordan Davis or DeMarvin Leal. I don't understand that at all. I don't understand that. If they are going with a defensive tackle and Jordan Davis is on the board, they've got to go there. So I'm not a fan of the pick. I agree with the position. I think that's a good position for them to look at for this first round. I just don't like the player. So overall, not really a huge fan of this mock draft, if I'm being honest. I know I was very critical of a lot of their picks. They had some really good ones in there, I will agree, but overall, not a big fan of this mock. But yeah, let me know your opinions on their mock draft. Let me know if I'm being a little too harsh on them for it. Again, guys, we're getting real close to 1,000 subscribers, so if you could help me out and drop me a sub as well as leave a like on the video, that'd be super appreciated. But I will see you next time. Later.